This is part 2 of the lost symbol of Ra. I showed earlier on in part 1 the Ra symbol, the circumpunct, and 4 other symbols and their origins. I want to discuss further the as above, so below theory of Hermes Trismegistus. It was the early Egyptian scholar who said that Egypt was the image of the heavens. The whole cosmos dwells here. I then went on to prove that all the pyramids of Egypt, all 50, represent stars in the heavens. The reason for it was to show the X that marks the spot, the ultimate star of the god of Ra. It actually is a real star, and I have the 3 stars that we covered in part 1. They are real documented stars in 3 positions shown today. And I also want to show the origin of the Christmas tree and the connection to the Washington Monument. They both represent exactly the same thing. My hypothesis begins with the Senma tomb in ancient Egypt, a symbol of a circle and a dot, and its connection with the Freemason tracing board on record at the Bradford University in the UK, and the same phenomena of a star and a ladder coming from it, or a beam of light, in the Salomon key parchment. 3 documents, 3 showing the same pattern of a star with a beam of light or ladder. There is a connection, and this is my hypothesis. It begins in the British Library document, the Clavicular Solemnis manuscript of a cross within a cross. That symbol on the left is the key of Solomon. This is the key in unlocking the secret and explaining what you see in the 10 o'clock position on the actual talisman drawing. I'm pointing to it right here. I believe it's Orion. Orion has the shape. Constantine claims to have seen it in the sky, a cross within a cross. He called it the sceau, an X with a P through it. Here's an ancient artifact from a Roman helmet, and I am sure it is a double cross. Look at the angle of the cross and the P pointer going through the middle. Those are apparently 2 stars depicted on the artifact. Look closely at the beginnings of what I believe evolved from the sceau, the cross, how it's evolved over time as the sacred cross of the sky. You can see in the Solomon key it is probably the nebula of Orion that matches the little detail you see here in the sacred double cross. The 2 seem to be the same. This is the key of Solomon. Looking also now at the extra clues in the talisman itself, there are 2 orbs on each side of the star in the middle. I believe it is the Akhet, that is the symbol of the sun, the sunlight star on the horizon. I believe the star in position here is what is being measured on the horizon in the east and in the west. If you look at what is on the west, you see Orion has the same orientation that matches the angle at 10 o'clock position in the talisman drawing, this mysterious Solomon key diagram. This is history. Going further now, taking the pieces of this secret, the outer rim has the stars in a puzzle as a cipher, and the key in starting the puzzle is following through from the direction of Orion through to the other side to puzzle piece 1, puzzle piece 2, puzzle piece 3, puzzle piece 4, puzzle piece 5, and then there's a new line, start with 6, 7, and 8. A complete pattern. What is this pattern? I believe it's the Pleiades. Is it just a coincidence that the key of Solomon matches the theme in the film Stargate, where the outer rim is the puzzle pieces dial in to get one to the stars, the sacred place in the stars? Coincidence, perhaps? We have the western horizon answered with Orion. We have the eastern horizon with the sunset mark now with the Pleiades. That answers the question mark in this diagram. There's the position of Orion on the horizon on a special day. The orientation matches. And on the same day, the Pleiades, exactly as it rises in the upright position as the leg of the bull standing upright. In astronomy, to find the special star position above the horizon vertical, one measures 33 degrees from the edge of Orion's belt vertical to find the star. Is it a coincidence that it's the same degree in Freemasonry that is the highest level to reach a Master Mason? This occurs on the 15th of September, the day that Dan Brown launched the lost symbol. Did he forget that he had timed this day to match? Nothing was mentioned. The story progresses now to Italy. Rome has a secret. If looked at from above, looking at the basilica, it has the Chi row in its outer circle. It is Orion. Orion showing the way to the star castle. It is a star map and is in the shape of a key. The two are shown as one. St. Peter points down the causeway with the key in his hand with the sacred cross piece on it, showing the way down to look east. The 7 hills of Rome were not chosen just by coincidence. They fit the Pleiades in this perspective. It's a star map, same as the tracing board, except on the tracing board the key of Salomon is visible on the ladder, showing Orion is in the position looking upright. Looking at the 3 stars on the horizon on Sol Invictus, the 25th of December, a date that predates the Christ. In Rome, Sol Invictus, the Pope waves as he looks down the eastern horizon at the stars. My ancient star map theory is not only of this earth, it means our ancestors came from the stars. What about Mars? They say that there's pyramids on Mars, a human face. Look at this anomaly. Look at the eye on the right hand side. A face. And it is strewn with millions of debris that look like blocks. Blocks that are over 5 meters long. Can we build with 5-meter blocks? Yes, the Sphinx area started like that, with granite and limestone. What are the positions of the pyramids on Mars? What do they look like compared to the Pleiades? Here is the overlay. Noted as a mirror image of it. 3 sun-like stars depicted. Look closely at the anomalies and compare them with the Pleiades. There are almost 30 correlations with size and magnitude. Is it a coincidence? We have Mars, Tikal of the Maya, same pattern. Stonehenge, identical pattern, with the winterborn Stoke Barrows being the anomalies that match Mars. We have the Dendara zodiac disk, Egyptian. The Lalibela monuments built out of solid granite, the church is cut out of stone, same pattern. In Iran, an amazing mountain, the shape of the leg of the bull, points the way to the Tep, a monument that looks like the face on Mars. This brings us back to the Christmas tree obelisk correlation. What about Washington DC from above? Washington has the same pattern as on Mars. The area of Roslyn and Arlington match the leg of the bull illuminated at night. It's almost designed to attract those that came from above to re-land again at our world superpower by the obelisk, the field, the circular field by the Christmas tree. Note how the pentagon matches the same shape as that on Mars, both having a northern pointer piece. The obelisk has the Ra symbol beneath it. The $1 bill, if you overlay the 2 seals, isn't it amazing that you have the 3 stars above and the pyramid below? If one takes the Freemason interpretation of the first degree tracing board, their own document, and take the sun and the moon instead of the 2 stars I suggest are sun-like stars, you still have Washington DC being depicted in the diagram at the 15th of September, where we measure where the star is using a set square and dividers measuring 33 degrees of arc above the horizon. We have beams of light coming down from 3 ancient artifacts. In the Senma tomb, we have it on the first degree tracing board, we have it in the Key of Solomon artifact, and it is the Yule tree. The Yule tree goes back before the time of Christ. This is the origin of the Yule tree. The Yule tree was chosen for its shape being conical, putting the star at the top, celebrating this star of human origins. How far back does it go? Well, Sumerian tablets show a man in a disc that flies in a position where the star is in context with the Pleiades. On Sumerian stela, you'll see the bird-headed gods like the Egyptians, with the disc that flies, a crescented world, not a moon, in context with the Pleiades.